What's up, guys? My name is Allie Jean, and if you don't know me, I am a texture artist for Toontown Offline. However, I'm not here to talk to you about my textures or the work that I've contributed to projects. I'm here instead to talk about the state of the community. Now, before everyone starts berating me and overwhelming my inbox or the comment section by telling me I'm white knighting rewritten or hating on corporate clash solely due to my affiliation with Offline, keep in mind that Toontown Offline has no intention to be connected with team members of the other community servers. Since I was inspired by my good friend Rhino's video that he made about the community a little while back, I've chosen to make this video today to give a quick wake-up call to the community with some points that I've made. I'd also like to point out that I'm trying to make these points through not just my opinion, but with the opinion of many of the members of this community that I've witnessed lately. With that being said, let's get started. Recently, within our sweet, loving, caring, and certainly drama-free home of Toontown, there has been a debacle over who exactly prefers what. Now, I'm not going to be calling out anyone in particular here, since it's practically everyone at this point, but it's gone to some extent to the matter that it's toxic and just ridiculous. People in this community are clashing, per se, with Toontown Rewritten and other servers. I'm not calling out Corporate Clash or any other server in specific here, but this has been seen a ton with new emerging servers. Whenever people post to the Toontown subreddit with some new, private server idea, or are advertising their new game, it seems that everyone is trying to shut them down before they even get a chance to show what they've got. Everyone's complaining about needing new developers in this community, but with no new developers dipping their feet in the water and trying to gain new experience, it is literally impossible to find some fresh community creators now. There's not a single reason to tell anyone that their server doesn't deserve help or attention because there's servers like Rewritten or Corporate Clash. Just because you might think that this new game won't be as good as the top-level servers doesn't mean that you have to tell someone that. I personally think some people have to take some time to review the basic rules of proper etiquette in regards to the rules of kindness. Not to mention, when players of certain servers fight back as well, defending their favorite game, it creates a vendetta against new members with a circle jerk of people hoarding around your opinion that would be contrary to popular belief. It comes off as very unwelcoming, and I don't think many people realize it. I've seen it plenty of times, and I'm sure the community has seen the best of it all. It's almost as if you open a new store, let's say it's an ice cream shop, and someone comes in and says that your ice cream sucks without even buying anything. It sounds ridiculous, right? Well, that's essentially what's been happening recently, and the population of those people increase more and more each time a new server releases. Now, I'm not saying to stop new content or halt the new servers. The point is that people need to realize that just because new content is out doesn't mean that they should be malicious to others who have differing opinions. Having opinions is different from yelling at other people who do their work and are proud of it. Eventually, it gets so bad that once those people get to those communities, they're relentless. People of the community fight back, thus creating a war between servers. That's the huge issue with this community, is that they don't stop fighting until the other community ends or someone actually steps in. It doesn't need to be like that, though. People forget that this is a kids' MMO, and that's what the main issue is. This community revolves around a game with good content and replay value, and we turn it into something that sounds scary after drama starts. I mean, I think that's just messed up, and that's not all. People just immediately choose sides, not factoring anything but their opinions and self-value into this opinion. Malicious attitudes need to be stopped, and I think that the toxicity needs to go somewhere else. Especially with the clash of new servers lately, there's been an increased amount of fuel debate amongst the subreddit and Discord community as a whole. I mean, back when Toontown Rewritten was the only server that was considered the big thing, everyone used to have a mob mentality with them. The members of their player base would literally attack members of other games such as Infinite, Stride, Desert Storm, House, Fellowship, Revolution. I don't know, because there were differing opinions on the quality of content of the respective game. If you've kept tabs with Reddit, you can tell that long members of the community, including myself, have gotten a tad pestered with the white knighting of servers who I won't exactly consider unworthy of the fame and populous player base that they may be receiving, but a little closed-minded in terms of the new scenario here. Let me put it straight for you. Players want new content and don't care how good it actually is. They seem to choose the more popular decision over the more stable decision, which can be seen through the decline of, yet again, servers like Infinite, House, Shrine, and Desert Storm. I've asked some of my fellow friends who happen to be developers about this issue, and here's what one of my fellow team members of Offline had to say.
One of the main problems I've seen is community members talk about things that they don't know much about. So, for example, in development terms, there are some things that are really easy that some people on the outside may think, oh, that's really hard to do, and vice versa. So, for example, one of the things I saw with Corporate Clash is some of their team members were making very simple, rudimentary edits to the game, but people were praising them as if they were really hard, difficult things to accomplish. So there's a huge disconnect here in how the community sees some work and how the work actually is done. Another thing that's kind of been miscommunicated is the amount of state servers that Corporate Clash has. So on the outside, you think, oh, they have 80 state servers for their player base. Wow, that's great. That's more than enough. Well, more than enough is correct. It's actually way more than enough. It's extremely overkill. Having that many is really insane. It's as if you kind of like had 100 half-working generators to power one house. I mean, sure, it's going to work, but it's overkill. And if you need that many in order to support your player base, you kind of know you have a problem with your code. You should only be having maybe 10 or 15 for their player base of, 1,000 people are online at once. 80 is just too much. And it really shows a big flaw in their systems.
All I can say yet again is, good riddance, people. Okay, before I say this yet again, I am not trying to attack Corporate Clash or any other server with what I'm about to say, but this had to be said, and I'm going to keep this brief. Recently, especially on the subreddit, there have been a lot of people saying how servers like Corporate Clash are bringing back the dead game and are showcasing new and never-before-seen features. Well, while Toontown Infinite released, I don't know, the cinematic loading screens, or the ability to key map for personalizing your in-game experience, or the brand new Acorn Acres playground concept, or guilds and groups, it seemed to have been overlooked by the community. When Desert Storm added new cogs with a new battle system, people overlooked that too. It's been discussed before, and I won't go too deeply into it, but I'm not quite sure as to why people are choosing quantity over quality. It doesn't make much sense to me at all. And quite frankly, it's really ridiculous. Anyway, with Toonfest approaching so quickly, I really hope that the community will lighten up in terms of respect for each other, so we can just reunite as a happy community again. Though my entire rant may be disregarded completely, I would love to hear what you think and discuss, whether it be in the comment section, over Discord, over Reddit, anytime. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.